You know, every TEDx talk starts with a powerful idea, born on a local stage. But have you ever wondered what makes one idea explode globally while another just stays in the room? Well, that's all about the journey from stage to screen. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the video and photography production that can take a community event and turn it into a worldwide phenomenon.
And let's be real, the stakes are super high from the get-go. This quote from TED themselves says it all. Production quality isn't just a nice-to-have final polish. It's the engine that gives an idea a real chance to succeed. It's the amplifier that decides if that local voice can truly connect with a global audience.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to talk about why quality is so critical. Then we'll map out your production blueprint. After that, we'll cover the essentials for capturing the talk on the big day, and then how to spread that idea online. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a simple, powerful viral formula. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, Why Quality Matters. This is all about the two very different destinies a brilliant idea can have. One where it gets trapped inside the four walls of a theater, and another where it goes viral and changes the world.
It really boils down to two paths, doesn't it? On one side, you have poor production, and man, that can just sabotage a fantastic idea. Think fuzzy audio or dark, shadowy lighting. The message gets lost, and the talk just becomes a local memory. But on the other hand, high-quality production, that's the bridge. It lifts the idea up, makes people want to share it, and gives it a legitimate shot at getting featured on TED.com where millions can see it.
So how do you build that bridge? Let's move into Section 2, your production blueprint. This is all about the groundwork, the stuff you do months before anyone even steps on stage. Honestly, getting this right is what prevents all that event day craziness and ensures you end up with something you're proud of.
This checklist right here, this is your foundation. And it all starts with being honest with yourself. If you aren't a pro at video or photography, bring in people who are. Then you hand them TED's official production guide. That's the rule book. From there, you get into the fun stuff, planning out your camera shots, making sure you have fantastic mics for crystal clear audio, and designing a pro lighting setup. Let's break those visual pieces down a bit more.
First things first, your cameras. 2 is the absolute minimum, and here's why. Think of your first camera as the context shot. It captures the whole stage, the speaker, the red circle, the full picture. But that second camera, that's your connection camera. It's the tight shot that gets you the speaker's expressions, their passion, their conviction. When you cut between those two shots in the edit, you're not just showing a speech, you're pulling the viewer into the story, like they're sitting in the front row.
Now, to make those camera shots look amazing, you need great lighting. The industry standard is called a 3-point setup. You've got your main, key light, a softer fill light to get rid of any harsh shadows, but the real secret sauce? That's the backlight. It creates this subtle glow around the speaker that separates them from the background and makes them pop. It's the difference between looking flat and looking cinematic.
And finally, all that beautiful camera work and lighting needs to be captured in high definition. Look, 1080p is the bare minimum. Non-negotiable. Think about it. Your video is going to be watched on everything from a giant TV to a tiny phone. Anything less than full HD is going to look pixelated and blurry on modern screens, and that just screams unprofessional. This ensures your hard work looks fantastic no matter where it's being seen.
All right, the blueprint is set. The planning is done. Now it's showtime. Let's jump into Section 3, Capturing the Talk. This is your game plan for the big day, all about executing the technical stuff you've prepared for.
I like to think of this as the event day Bible. A few things are absolute musts. Cameras on sturdy tripods, clean audio straight from the soundboard, and a tidy, clutter-free stage. But the pro tips here? They're game changers. Recording a direct feed of the slides makes your final video look so crisp. And hey, while we're talking cameras, don't forget your photographer. Those powerful photos are going to be your best friend when it's time to promote the talk later.
Okay, I really want to land on this quote from TED because it is the single most important rule in all of production. Seriously, your audience might forgive a shot that's a little out of focus, maybe a minor visual glitch, but if they can't clearly hear what the speaker is saying, they're gone. They will click away. Bad audio is a deal breaker. It is fatal. Make clean, crisp audio your #1 priority.
So the lights go down, the audience goes home, and you've got all this amazing footage, but the job's not over yet. Welcome to Section 4, Spreading the Idea. This is the final lap where you polish everything up and get it ready to share with the world, while of course playing by the rules.
The workflow here is pretty straightforward. First, you edit. This is where you cut between your wide and tight camera shots and pop in those clean slides you recorded. Second, branding. Every video has to start with the official TEDx intro. Third, you upload. And this is key.
exclusively to the official TEDx YouTube channel, nowhere else first. And finally, you promote. You share those amazing videos and photos everywhere to give the idea wings.
And speaking of rules, there are some really important do-nots. These are the guardrails that protect the whole ideas worth spreading mission. Talks have to debut on the official channel, and you can never ever run ads on them. The whole point is sharing knowledge, not making a profit. And maybe most important of all, the talks have to be free for everyone, everywhere, always.
So, after all the planning, the filming, the editing, what's the big takeaway? What is this all boiled down to? Well, that brings us to our final section, number 5, the viral formula. This is where we put all the pieces together.
It really is as simple and as powerful as this equation. You have to start with good content. That's the speaker's world-changing idea. You have to capture it with good production. That's your professional video, audio, and photography. And then you have to share it with good promotion. You need all three. Any one piece by itself isn't enough, but when you get all three working together, that's when you unlock the potential for true global impact. Just think about it. The next Simon Sinek or Brené Brown could be getting ready to walk out onto your stage. Their idea might have the power to inspire millions, but that potential only gets unlocked if it's captured beautifully and shared effectively. You've got the blueprint now, so the only real question left is, are you ready?